Joining us now to make the dessert she craves most when she's pregnant, Fudgy chocolate brownies. So thank you, Nikki.
Hi.
The recipe is so good that I think it's really nice to share it with the audience.
Well, it's really easy, and basically you...
So are you eating a lot of chocolate?
You know, I'm trying not to, but, you know, working in there, it's a little hard to hold back sometimes.
But you've not gained very much weight except baby weight, right?
Yeah, no, I tried this time a little harder than I did the first time.
Yeah.
So,
you look great, and the first baby boy is darling. Do we have a picture of him? There he is. And so he's doing very well.
He is. He's just learning how to walk. He's taken 4 or 5 steps this weekend.
Oh,
and
he did?
He did.
Oh, that's very exciting.
He's also saying some words. Turtle is his first word.
Oh,
so.
not mummy.
No, turtle.
Turtle. Does he have a turtle?
No, he has a little turtle toy.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Well, maybe I can get him a turtle from the pond.
Ooh.
You want a little turtle pet?
Please, sure.
Okay, I'll find him. So let's get started.
Okay.
First, melt the butter, right?
So you melt the butter and the unsweetened chocolate together, and then you can do that a little.
6 ounces of unsweetened chocolate and how much?
It's 2 1/4 cups of butter, which is 4 1/2 sticks. And it's a lot, but it makes a half a sheet pan, so you have a lot of brownies in the end.
Half a sheet.
Yep, half a sheet. So then what we're going to do while that melts is we're going to add some sugar, which is 3 cups of sugar, and we're going to whip that with 6 eggs.
Look at that dust.
Yeah, sugar dust. So you add the eggs.
And 6 eggs.
With a 1.5 teaspoons of salt and some vanilla, and you whip those. You want them to be really fluffy and frothy. They're going to about triple in their volume. Okay. And that's going to give the brownie a lot of structure, a little air to it. And then this is a 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla.
Okay. So a very simple recipe.
So easy. And then what you do, so we have one that's already been whipped for 7 to 9 minutes here.
So we don't have to listen to our delightful KitchenAid mixer.
I'm going to have you mix in the melted butter and chocolate. And meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 1/2 cups of flour and mix it in with some mini chocolate chips. So that adds another layer of chocolate to these brownies and sort of makes them just a little more decadent.
So this is that same butter and chocolate that melted together.
And adding the flour into the chips this way sort of keeps them suspended in the brownie instead of having them all sort of sink to the bottom. This helps them stay nice and distributed.
Oh yeah, it keeps them kind of floating suspended, right? And you can do this by hand,
Yeah,
too.
you can do that by hand, and then meanwhile, so once that's mixed in, you can then fold these in, and that looks great.
Okay.
We'll take that off the mixer. You can either do it by hand or you can mix them in. I like to do it.
You know the way I do it. Pulse. Kind of pulsing it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's very fast. Yeah.
And then here we have a half sheet pan, which we've sprayed and then put parchment in. And once those are mixed in, what we'll do is we'll line it, and we'll add that in. You bake for probably 25 minutes. I like to go a little under because if they get dried out, then they're too cakey. They're not so fudgy. It's 350.
I think the secret is not to overbake.
I think that's the secret for most everything.
Well, no, but for chocolate cakes too. I mean, it's just when they get too dry, they lose that delicious creaminess, as you say.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so we don't have to put that in the oven, I guess.
We don't have to put it in the oven. We can just...
But it is a beautiful batter. Look at this. This is really nice. And then show how to cut
and then what you can do, there's a lot of different ways that I've done this in the past. You can cut the edges off. You can cut them into squares. You can cut them into hearts, which I like. And then what everyone's been saying I crave is the frozen brownie extras. You can keep them in the freezer, and then you can use them to line torts with. You can make frozen ice cream cakes. You can do. I made a trifle with them not that long ago. So they're really versatile, and they're also great to just snack
And these
on.
cut beautifully into little heart shapes.
Yeah, anything.
And that's pretty for a baby shower,
It would be great for a shower. It would be great for just for
Now
everything.
Lisa Greenwald is in our audience. Lisa invented these colorful beads that I'm wearing. So Lisa, why don't you tell us about them?
They look beautiful on you, by the way.
Thank you. They're fun. They're fun. They're like they're made out of silicone?
Yeah, they're 100% silicone, inspired by my son, who used to love to chew on all of my jewelry, which was either hard or metal, and I just didn't feel comfortable letting him chew on them.
Well, especially your expensive pearls that he could break and swallow.
Exactly. So I wanted to create something that was soft, no BPA, no phthalates, no lead, no cadmium, no metal, and was strung on something strong enough that it wouldn't break off if he was, you know, putting them in his mouth.
Right.
And I came up with chew beads.
Chew beads.
Yeah.
So these are very cute, and I understand that the clasp, if you pull it really hard, the clasp lets go.
Exactly. So I know you've probably seen babies pull on their mother's jewelry and maybe
We had
pearls.
a big dispute backstage whether a baby should be allowed to break his mother's necklace if he's that strong.
Well, these will just break off with about 5 pounds of force, and then you can just put the clasp right back together.
So Nikki, Lisa has a present for you and everyone in our audience. You're all going home with one of her chew bead necklaces. So I think that's really great. So choose your colors. What colors do you like? I like that one. Yeah. And oh, Nikki, I want to taste this brownie. I'm going to taste a crumb. Now, I'm sure everyone in the audience's mouth is also watering. Are you all craving chocolate? Yes, well, come on out. Everybody in the kitchen has brownies for you. Yummy.
Yeah, they're good.
Great.
It's so cute.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
right back. Yeah, get it. Take a white one, too, for that cream milk.